I begin my prep time now. And I will begin now. Flora Dostoevsky once said, if you want to overcome the world, overcome yourself. And I couldn't agree much more than he did. I want to break this down is that if you want to overcome the world, you must overcome yourself. And it's since that through my personal experience, Elon Musk's personal experience, and George Washington's personal experience, I can evaluate that this statement is far, far true. Personally, when I used to bike and road bike all throughout my summers, I used to do it for fun. And in a sense, every day I would let my life go be and forgive myself of everything and focus on just biking and forgetting the world. And in that very sense, I was able to overcome myself in a sense that I left all my stresses behind. I left all my failures and all my stresses away, and I just biked for 8 hours every day. And I just had fun, and I felt I was on top of the world because, well, I overcame the world during that period of time. In a sense that I overcome myself and all those fears and all those doubts and all those failures in order to overcome and face something truly, truly notable and something I will always forget in a sense that I felt like nothing could stop me because I was so able to continue to bike forever, miles upon miles, over 50 miles per day, in fact. And in a sense that every time I would listen to music and think about the world and think about how I just let everything go and I was able to overcome myself. And in that sense, I may have not been on top of the world, but I overcome the world and my mindset, in a sense that I set my attitude to a sense that I must forgive the past and I must go forward. And in that very sentence, I moved to Elon Musk, the man who is the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. And in a sense, he started from nothing, just like anyone else, or maybe a little bit. But the key component here is that he had to make a decision whether, Tesla versus SpaceX, and he had to choose both. Imagine that. And in a sense, through this decision and this action, he is overwhelmingly able to overcome himself in a sense of his failures and his stresses and his self-doubt, in a sense that he was able to succeed and become the richest man in the world. Now producing Teslas that probably will be tomorrow's vehicle in a sense that everyone will be driving it because it's so popular. And in a sense that we'll probably be using SpaceX, rockets in the future to travel to the moon as a luxury. And that is the very statement here is that Elon Musk had to overcome himself in order to overcome the world. And if you want to, you have to do the same. Which again leads me into the next person here. And the last person here is that George Washington. He had to overcome his doubts and his failures and his losses throughout battle. I mean, imagine the amount of self-doubt because of all of his men dying. And imagine having to cross the Manhattan River and risk falling into the river or risking all his soldiers to get the flu shot in order to survive the flu season. Imagine that risk. He had to overcome his fears, his stresses, his mindset in order to win the war. And that is simply how you overcome the world here, world, your own perspective, in a sense. Because while we may not be able to change the entire world, we can change our world and our perspective. And simply Elon Musk and George Washington significantly did that. And for the landscape for the future and generations of their sort will be forever impacted. In a sense that again, they're able to overcome themselves in order to receive glory and victory. And while, yes, we may not always receive that, we always have the ability to overcome ourselves if we want to overcome the world.